I'm so pleased to be able to be the first to talk about this person that we're going to honor today as Banker of the Year, because I spent a lot of months on the road with him, and it was always, okay, who's going to talk first and who's not? And this person's not with me right at this moment, so I get to talk first. I met Kimbrough many moons ago in the Florida banking industry. Kim is a senior executive of the Capital City Bank, one of our best banks, best Florida banks. And many years later, when we were both coming up through the chairs in the community bankers group, in Kimbrough's case, and the Florida bankers group in my case, we actually got to serve together as co-presidents, which was unique in our year, and served to fuse the industry by bringing these two bankers associations together. They began to call us co-bros when we were co-presidents of the Florida Bankers Association, but it was really the predicate. It was all about merging community bankers and the Florida bankers, and that meant we had to ensure trust. We had to ensure that core values were brought forward. We had to ensure that the advocacy effort would be on similar topics with a similar intensity. And Kim brought unbelievable leadership to the table when it came to getting that done.
Met Kim in 1972. We were fraternity brothers, KAs at Florida State. So there's a lot that's going to stay between the two of us on what went on during those 4 years. He was my roommate in college. Kim was the guy who studied too much in college and didn't have enough fun. He made all the A's, I made most of the B's. But I had a lot more fun than Kim did and had a much better rounded education than he did. Kim was a great fraternity brother and just a great, great guy.
I met Kim our freshman year of college at Florida State University. He was from Mount Dora, I was from Richmond, Virginia. He was a KA, and I met Bill, and if you meet Bill, you're going to meet Kimbrough. Kappa Alpha had Old South Weekend, and Bill and I would go, and Kimbrough was there. It was just so much fun. We had a great time. We were longtime friends, even when we were in college.
Kim joined the bank in '81 after Florida State and Emory grad school. He went to work for Arthur Anderson for a couple of years. Said one of his best moves ever was leaving a firm that went kaput to come to Capital City. He came as, I believe, an assistant vice president, and he came to run a correspondent banking division, and then his most important job is he put Capital City Bank Group, Inc. together, our holding company.
Kim has been a dedicated banker. You have to realize he is a banker, but he's also a CPA, so he's handling our numbers all the time. They're always reliable, they're accurate, they reconcile, their own time. He is a dream as a CFO.
I first met Kim in Leadership, Florida. He and I both went through the program together for Class 27, and it was a really great program. We really enjoyed it, and it wasn't long before Kim and I started sitting together and spending a little more time together, and found that we had a lot of things in common. And the more I got to know Kim, the more I really liked and respected him.
Here at the City of Tallahassee, we have our own pension plan, and as part of administering that plan, we have a 3-member citizen advisory group, our investment advisory committee. Kim was recommended several years ago to serve as a member of that committee, and has been serving in that capacity for several years now. After we had a chance to meet with Kim, it was obvious from the beginning that he would be a good fit for our group.
Kim was involved in Friends of the Library, as was I. We were trying to start a library, have a permanent home for our library here in Tallahassee. And Kim is one of those steady, dependable, competent people that you want on board, and he helped the Friends of the Library here in Tallahassee.
Well, I've stayed very involved with Leadership Florida, and now I serve as its treasurer. And as a treasurer, one of the first things I wanted to do was make sure we had a very strong finance committee. And of course, the first person who came to mind was Kim. I invited him to participate. He has been a very big part.
We're dealing with the investments for a retirement plan that serves 2,500 employees and 1,700 retirees. So taking care of those funds is critical, and Kim provides a good perspective. His banking background obviously speaks to financial expertise and acumen, but he also just brings a good common sense approach to how we invest those long-term investment assets, as well as providing some valuable insight on our operating portfolio and what we do on a day-to-day basis.
Kimbrough's a guy that's really got his act together. And you know, you probably think a lot of CFOs are the bean counter type people, but Kimbrough's got such a great personality and got such a great delivery on things that he wants to get across. A lot of humility to a guy, which he doesn't have to be in his important position he's in, but a lot of humility about Kimbrough, and you know, just been very successful. I know Bill depends on him tremendously, the whole company does, and he's a guy, you know, you can trust, and if he says that's the way it is, you put a fork in it. That's the way it is. It's done.
Kim has thrown himself into the banking industry from the time he was part of the Community Bankers of Florida through the merger and his service as president of the FBA. He has been one of those rare presidents who's continued to be very active in industry business. He's walked the halls of the legislature. He goes on the Washington trip. He lives this business.
One of the reasons I think Kimbrough Davis was awarded Banker of the Year is he just does everything right. He's got the total package. Father, husband, banker, friend, outstanding choice. And he's earned it. I mean, if you're talking bankers in this state, successful bankers in this state, respected bankers in this state, Kimbrough Davis is going to come up.
I met Kim when I was a junior in college, and we met at Daytona Beach over spring break. But we didn't start dating till a little over a year later when we both worked for Georgia Power during our summer jobs. Kim proposed to me in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, after we had been watching Tennessee in a football game. After the game was over, it was around midnight. We had a glass of champagne, and he asked me if I'd be his wife. And 32 years later, we're still going strong.
Kimbrough always says he likes to be around me because I make him laugh. You know, he's a cut up too. I think one of the things that really showed Kimbrough that a lot of people don't see was when he was getting out as president, and you did the video on him, and he was the used car salesman. That's the Kimbrough that a lot of people don't see.
Okay, folks, now listen to me. Not only will we finance your car for little or nothing down, but here at the Capital City car lot, there are literally hundreds of cars to choose from, all low mileage and some even with factory warranties. Now I know what you're saying. I got no job, I got no credit. Well, I'm here today to tell you, you got no problem. No, sir, our philosophy at Capital City is sign and drive. There's no price too high, and shucks, we'll even throw in a free checking account. So y'all come on down and see us. And when you get here, remember to tell them that old Kimbrough sent you. That'll guarantee my referral fee.
I still struggle to this day a little bit with that, but Kim, I will buy a car from you. I'm ready to do it.
He has been an incredible example to our kids. He's always put the kids and family first, despite the demands of his career. Even if he didn't get to the baseball game till the third inning, he was going to get there. Even if he couldn't get to the girls' volleyball match, he was till halfway through, he was going to get there. And they knew that the reason he couldn't be there was because he was working hard for them. But he's always put his family first. I think his most valuable asset is his guidance and love and support for our kids, whether it's school or sports or anything. He has always given 110%, whether it's John, Amanda, Allison, or Andrew. He's always been there for them, and they know they can always count on their dad.
I could not think of somebody more deserving of this award. You've always taught us the importance of hard work and dedication, and it truly has paid off. I love you so much and would not be the person I am today without your influence. Congratulations, and I'm so proud to call you my dad.
You've always had such compassion, love, dedication, and worked so hard in everything you do with both your family and work, and I want you to know it has been truly appreciated by everyone. I could not be a more proud daughter. I love you and congratulations.
Congratulations on Banker of the Year, Dad. I really wish I could be there to enjoy this with you, but I couldn't be happier to see you recognized for all your hard work and dedication. You've been a great role model for the girls, Drew and I couldn't be prouder to be your son. I love you, miss you, and can't wait to see you.
You've been the ultimate example to me of what it means to do things the right way with the highest degree of character, integrity, and class. I'm extremely proud to be your son and could not be happier for you. Congratulations, Dad. I love you.
Congratulations, Kimbrough. I am really proud of you on this Banker of the Year award, but you know you have always been my Florida banker every year.